Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Failing YouTuber Marvin, and I have for you guys today another YouTube gameplay. The gameplay you guys are going to be watching in the background today is a 30-5 free-for-all on the map evac using the XR2. I don't think I had stock on it, so it actually makes it a little bit more impressive. But, you know, 30-5, nothing crazy. But I've had a lot of people tell me they want to see Black Ops 3 over Black Ops 2. Even though I have better Black Ops 2 gameplays, I might be posting some of that soon. I do have a 50-5 gameplay, but I think this is going to be a somewhat short commentary, so I want to save that for a longer commentary. Today's video is going to be the top 5 worst attachments in Call of Duty ever, so this is going to be every Call of Duty COD 4 and up, pretty much. And I actually had to do a little bit of research to even kind of find some of these attachments, because obviously I don't play that many different Call of Duty games, especially after Black Ops 3 came out. So I do actually have an honorable mention. I was considering making this a top 10, but for one, I didn't want to make the video too long, and for another thing, if I added 7, 8, 9, 10, all that, they wouldn't really be that bad. So the honorable mention is going to be stock from Black Ops 3, and I'm making this an honorable mention because I actually do use it myself. I still feel that it does help ARs, but it doesn't help them very much. I think it needs a buff. I think the idea of stock is, you can rush with an assault rifle. It allows you to play to the playstyle you enjoy, and I feel that it doesn't really allow me to do that in Black Ops 3, which is why I stick to SMGs 9 out of 10 times, and everybody else who's, good at the game and plays a lot and tries to do well seems to do the same exact thing. And, we blame you, Treyarch. You shouldn't have made stock so bad. Buff it. Like, come on. This is pathetic. But, I'll still use it when I do use an AR just because it gives you the ability to strafe around and, it can help you win gunfights. But I still don't think it's a very good attachment, obviously. Number 5 is going to be Tracker from Advanced Warfare. The Tracker attachment, I'm probably going to be throwing some pictures up on screen. The description of this attachment is wounding an enemy causes them to show up on your minimap. So this sounds kind of like MW3 Recon, right? You stun people or whatever, and, people show up on your minimap just like a VSAT. In MW3, I think there was a trick on, like, Dome. You would throw your stuns over the wall or whatever, the kind of tarp thing that was above a wall. It was like having a VSAT at the beginning of the game, basically. It was ridiculous. But here's the thing about shooting someone and then they become on your radar. If you guys are an experienced player, if you're a good player, you'll know that generally speaking, let's say, for example, you're following someone, you're not going to challenge a gunfight that you're not certain you can win. If they're about to round a corner, you're not going to start shooting them. And even if you do, you already know where they are. There's no real point. And then besides that, unless you're not running fast mag or extended mag, which you most likely should be, unless you have like a ridiculously good shot, and even then, those are still good attachments to have. How many times are you really going to, spend all the bullets in your magazine, not have the ability to kill the guy, and you don't actually get killed yourself? And even then, you kind of already know where the guy is. And then, even if the guy does kill you, and then, you spawn in, maybe your teammate kills him, then he's not on the minimap anymore. It just seems like a really pointless attachment. I don't really understand it. I don't think it's very good, so I'm putting that in the number 5 spot. So number 4 is going to be the suppressor, guys. So obviously the suppressor can be helpful in a lot of different situations. For example, you're playing S&D, you're the last alive, you don't really want people to know where you are, naturally. But the problem with the suppressor is it does a lot of things to your gun that are negative. So if you're using an assault rifle, it basically cuts your range in half. So let's say, for example, you're using a Shiva. I think it's even more than half for the Shiva. But with the Shiva, you have a ton of distance where it can 2-shot kill, and before it actually becomes a 3-shot kill, you're pretty much going to always 2-shot kill people. But if you put a suppressor on it, more than half the places where you would be 2-shot killing, you're killing with 3 shots. Now, obviously, the Shiva shoots pretty slow, so, if you're doing that, you're going to be screwing yourself over. The whole point of using a gun is to be using at its range where you can get kills quickly, and if you put a suppressor on it, you can't really get kills quickly. It just, reduces the optimal range and just makes the gun really bad. The only thing it's really good for is shooting people in the back, and if you're shooting people in the back, I don't know, you don't really need a suppressor anyway. You just kill the one person, move on to the next. Black Ops 3, I would recommend using the counter UAV over suppressor 9 out of 10 times. With LMGs, I think it's like a 45% decrease. It basically makes it so it's going to be killing with more bullets one way or the other, which, it just means it takes longer to kill people. SMGs is more like 30 to 35% of a cutoff. That's how much it cuts off the range. It's not as bad, but still just not a very good attachment overall. So number 3 on the list is going to be the Black Ops 1 upgraded iron sights. So if you guys have never heard of these, which I'd be surprised if that many of you guys honestly have, some people haven't played Black Ops 1. A lot of people just probably don't know about this attachment. This is for the pistols only. So if you guys are thinking, maybe this assault rifle in particular you're thinking of doesn't have very good iron sights, oh, put upgraded iron sights, which I don't know why you'd use that over a red dot anyway, but no, you can't do that. It's for pistols only, and the reason it's useless is because there's just better attachments. Let's say, for example, you're using the M1911 in Black Ops 1. It has 7 bullets in the magazine, and it has mediocre iron sights. They're pretty open top, they're not obstructive, you can see just fine, but they're just not the best for pinpointing at like super long distances, right? So let's see, what problem do we want to fix here? The iron sights aren't quite perfect. Let's make them upgraded, which, by the way, the upgraded iron sights honestly aren't even that good. Or let's make it 14 rounds in the magazine instead of 7. Seems pretty obvious to me. Even if you're running fast mag or sliding hand, as I think it's called in that game, sliding hand pro, it's an obvious choice. Just use extended mag or something. I think there are other attachments like dual wield, but obviously the worst attachment you can be putting on that is the upgrade iron sight. It basically is worthless. I mean, it helps you a tiny bit, but if you're good, you can aim with the normal iron sights anyway. It just seems like a really dumb attachment. That's going to be the number 3 spot. Number 2, and you guys are going to be really curious when I give you these stats here as to why this isn't number 1, and you guys will be seeing soon, the Black Ops 2 foregrip. Now, if you guys use Black Ops 2 foregrip at all, foregrip on Black Ops 2 on any gun, you are making a mistake. It actually only lessens the recoil by 2%, which is really bad. So to put this into perspective, guys, the fast mag speeds up your reloads by 25 to 30%, depending on the gun you're using. Quick draw, it speeds up your ADS time by like 50%. Then stock on an assault rifle, which is, you know, obviously the best gun you're going to be using a stock attachment on, it ups it by 48%. So quick draw alone is 25 times better than the foregrip attachment. Fast mags alone, 15 times better than it. I mean, it's just an obvious thing. Even long barrels is quite a bit more effective. It's plus 15% range on SMGs, and I think shotguns too. Like, it's just an obvious choice once you know these stats. Like, plus 2%, and it's like random, so sometimes it doesn't even really do anything. It's just the worst attachment in Black Ops 2 by far. I mean, yeah, you could argue the suppressor, you know, it takes down your range a tiny bit. No, the suppressor is actually kind of helpful. The foregrip is literally, like, it's an aesthetic attachment. There's the only reason to ever put it on a gun is, oh, the gun looks cool. Like, no, dude, it's such a waste. It's so stupid. Now, I might be completely wrong on this, guys, so, you know, don't make fun of me. The World at War bipod. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to use this thing. I don't know if there's some way to deploy it. I've tried to look up tutorials on YouTube. The only thing I saw is, like, a bipod glitch. I've tried talking to a few people about it. They didn't know about it. And, you know, because not that many people play World at War, it's just a very bad attachment. I don't think this attachment does anything. Now, the description in the game for what it says is, when deployed, reduces motion to permit more accurate shooting. When deployed. How do you deploy it? Like, you know, it doesn't say anything about it. I haven't actually found out how to deploy it. I don't know if you even can deploy it. I think it might just be a broken element in the game. You can't even deploy the bipod at all. And I was thinking, you know, maybe there's 2 ways you're going to be using the bipod most likely. Standing behind a head glitch and laying prone. So I tried both those things. I tried standing behind a bunch of different head glitches. I tried laying prone in a lot of different spots. I tried holding X. I tried any kind of button combination you could possibly think of. Even like button combinations that you could use for like a glitch probably. It won't let me set the bipod up. So I've tried with different LMGs because you actually have to use an LMG with the bipod attachment. It's the only thing it's compatible with. Just laying prone with the bipod, without the bipod, and naturally you have better accuracy when you're prone. That's just kind of how World at War plays. But it's not because of the bipod, because I tried it without the bipod. I actually don't think this attachment does anything at all. So hopefully you guys learned something new from this video, or just found it entertaining in general, making fun of the bad attachments Call of Duty makes, Activision, whatever. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe for more, follow me on social medias, links will be down in the description below. Have a sexy day, guys.